This is Natalie Osborne. She is an artist who is currently working in Chicago. She represents women and particularly Black modern women in her work. She does lots of pictures actually of special women, such as her mother. You can see her mother in a lot of her art. She was originally from Tulsa, Oklahoma, and then she went to school in the Art Institute of Chicago. Some of you might even visited that wonderful museum. She is inspired by graffiti, fashion, and art history. Natalie says that she is really inspired by art history. Here are some images that remind me of her work. On the left, we have Pablo Picasso. He used cubism in his work. That is when you take a portrait and kind of split it into parts. Then we have Romare Bearden on the bottom. He also uses black figures with a lot of patterns, showing some history. Henri Matisse also played with cubism as well, which you can see on the top middle. And then finally on the right, we have Bisa Butler. Bisa Butler is also a female Black artist who creates powerful Black figures in her work. She uses lots of patterns, which she gets from textiles or fabrics, which she quilts together to make beautiful, colorful artwork. Here are just a few of the beautiful portraits Natalie has created. You can see that she loves color and pattern. You can see how she has taken inspiration from fashion and from women around her. You will notice a variety of skin tones. In the world and in all different cultures, there is a huge variety of skin tones. Today, when you are choosing your skin tone, try to choose a tone that is closest to the person that you are representing in your portrait. The first thing I will do to create my portrait is I will lightly sketch my face shape and my hairline using a pencil. Before beginning, I did take a scrap paper and do a couple practice sketches. That way I know exactly how to lay it out on my bigger paper. When you're drawing it on the paper, try to take up most of the paper, about 3/4 of the paper. Next, I'm going to use a Sharpie to add some of the details. If you want to continue to use a pencil, go ahead. I don't want people starting over. This is the only paper you should have. So if you're not confident, you can use a pencil first. But since I practiced, I think I'm ready to go. First, I'm going to start off by drawing my nose with a straight line down and then some curves at the bottom. Then from there, I'm going to connect my eyebrow from the nose all the way to the end of my face there. Then you can color in the eyebrow. The artist Natalie O creates large eyes in her portrait. So I'm going to draw a large eye from the bridge of the nose all the way to the outside of the face. When she draws her face underneath the eye, take your pen and just go slightly inward before you start drawing the face. To begin my other eye, I will also draw a straight line as part of the nose and then the eyebrow all the way to the end of my face until I hit my hairline and then repeat the steps for the eye. For the rest of the details, I'm going to speed it up. You will notice by looking at some of the artist Natalie O's pictures that she loves fashion, and I'm going to add some earrings as well, but feel free to add any accessories you like to your portrait. Color in any small details such as the accessories like earrings, the lips, with oil pastel. Then we will leave the skin tone the color of the paper, and then you will take a Sharpie to add texture or patterns to the hair as you see me doing here. In a lot of Natalie O's paintings, you can find patterns. So I'm going to go ahead and make a shirt using this pattern paper. I'm going to measure out the shape and size of the shirt as you see me doing here. Then I will add a collar or other details to my shirt, cut it out and glue it. Then I will use the rest of my paper to make shapes. Choose one shape such as a square, triangle, circle to fill up some of the background. So draw your shapes and then we'll cut them and glue them later. Now it is time to put everything together. Cut out your shirt and your shapes, glue it to the paper. Then you can cut your portrait as well, glue it on top. Just make sure there's no gaps between your shirt and your head so it looks like it's all one person and one piece. Here is what my portrait looks like when I'm all done. I can't wait to see yours.